right, welcome to the Fort Erie Native Friendship Center, Scano. We're here for our social as part of the National Indigenous Day. We're celebrating here at the Fort Erie Native Friendship Center, and we got our director Riley Zimak here, and we got Roman Hill, and we also have Kim Hill. He's going to
Let's
be
go.
taking care of our social. So we want to say Yahweh Scano to everybody, and I think we got two viewers right now, so let's ramp this up and get the social started.
Yeah, for sure.
Good
Scanos
to
will wait.
see you.
How's it going, Gary? Hey, Roman, how are you doing? Good to see you guys.
Go.
Again, good to see everybody. It's been a long time since we've been able to gather, and we've been using these social platforms and these live streaming some of the social dances, and cultural teachings and stories, and just our everyday meetings, right? So it's a really important part, a part of who we are as Haudenosaunee people as well. We really need that interaction with each other as Wahome people, and it's a really big part. It's a big part of socials, and I can't wait. I've been kind of, really hoping, really wishing for that to be able to gather again. To have a few social dances to uplift the people, and get together with our relatives and get a chance to sit down and sing and have some fun. So it's been a long time coming, and hopefully we'll be able to get right back to that very soon. But we've been making the best of what we got, and using these platforms of this streaming our social dances.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good way to stay connected, and I'm glad that we have the technology to do this in this day and age. And one of the things I was just doing a talk earlier last week, just kind of leading up to this. I've been doing a couple podcasts, and people asked me to speak out and things. And we got to talking about one night there. I was talking, and we were talking about how things were years ago, and I said, we're very fortunate to be able to have the technology that we have today to stay connected. Because if you think about when they had that sickness back in the early 1900s, it was really tough for them. They didn't have the media platforms that we have, and they didn't even have really televisions and radio and things to send messages out to our communities. And I said our ancestors and elders really, were persevering and strong in what they did, because they were able to get through those times like that. And I know sometimes at night, we get kind of bored, and we are able to jump on a Facebook and be able to watch the social, and we're able to watch the powwows and different things that are happening, and we're very fortunate again to be able to have these platforms to help us out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's really important, especially to have that interaction. It might be not a physical interaction, but virtually interacting with each other is important too. Even I don't know if I've probably within the last few years, it's probably most phone calls I've ever made. Got so used to texting everybody.
Yeah.
Actually calling them and checking up on them and making just seeing how everybody's doing.
We had Tom Porter on with us today, and it's always good to have Tom on there. And he's always got the right things to say, and just the way he tells his stories are so informative and so thorough, and I really like the way he talks about things again, because he really gets he's like so animated in how he talks. He was talking a lot about our planting and our season. He asked, what do we talk about? And I said, we're trying to get our gardens in. We're trying to grow a lot of white corn down here to help our community down here, so we can be a little bit more self-sufficient and not have to rely on heading up to Swagan or Tuscarora or Cattaraugus or Tonawanda, we can grow our own stuff here. So we're teaching them that. How's things going up there in Schweigat?
Oh, everything's going pretty good. We got a couple of, we tried to get a lot of the communal gardens going again. A lot of individuals, individual families, they get their gardens going and just helping each other out, trying to limit that contact, but being able to go and help people, with their garden, whether that's, putting the garden in, but, the community gardens are which I feel is, our first step again to coming, slowly coming back together. We have a few gardens, at various longhouses, and just within the community. Again, that's like you're saying, Tom was talking about. That's so important, and I'm glad to see like everybody's doing a little bit, doing their part and relearning all that. I know we've been separated from a lot of things for so long, growing up, we never had a garden, with our family, but I slowly started to learn a little bit about it, and I want to pass that knowledge on to my boys. So we've been, trial and error, planting and trying, planting different things. And I think that alone just grows a whole different appreciation for the food that, we produce in the garden.
Yeah, that's so true, and I think, moving forward from this, I think we're going to have a lot more appreciation for a lot of things, and, just in general, because of this whole COVID and, being able to appreciate, spending time with each other. And I know I'm very anxious to get back to, going around and visit with elders and stuff. I know when I was able to go back home, I sometimes when I was go see my sisters or brother, I had to go stop in 3 different houses before I had to go home,
Yeah.
So I'm really anxious to get back there and go do those kind of things too,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely missed going over to the original homelands, and to call it the state side, but we try not to say it, it's like Canadian side or American side, like we're all one people, we're all go home with people, but to visit our relatives on that side of the river. And so many summers, like I was telling my family, we spend we take so many trips over, to visit our relatives over there, family and friends. And, it's been cut off for the last, over a year,
Mm-hmm.
year and a half now. But we're going to get back to that hopefully soon as everybody gets their vaccinations and the borders open up again, and then it's safe to do so. We don't want to put anybody at risk. We know a lot of our people are high risk with our health. Just the health of our people. A lot of people can be high risk, so we don't want to. We don't want to take those chances. Going into their homes and such.
Good. That's the big thing. We got to make sure people are safe and make sure our communities are doing the right thing. And I think we are. I think we are. And I know a lot of our communities they're very anxious to get back to things. And I know we're anxious to get back to sports here. I know our kids are missing lacrosse and all the summer sports and stuff. So we're fingers are crossed that we can start letting some of the restrictions get lifted and we can get back to some of those things. So
yeah, definitely. I feel like it's been ages since I've seen a lacrosse game.
Yeah.
And that's important. It's an important part too of just being there to watch that game happen. The feeling that you get, the experience you get from it, from being there, is it's really important too. Just to watch the game being played. It's a medicine in itself. So yeah, hopefully we get to see a couple games this year.
Yeah. Speaking of medicine, speaking of good medicine, our songs and dances and socials and ceremonies and stuff, that's all real good stuff too. And today we were able to sing a couple of songs, sing a couple of powwow songs, and I can tell you right now how out of shape my voice is and my arms. you know, very anxious to get back to that so we can kind of, get back into enjoying the things that we like to do because, that feeling that just lifts us up and, brings good spirit there, good energy, good feeling, and that's kind of why we're here tonight. We're celebrating National Indigenous Peoples Day, and I know it's kind of an awkward thing because I say every day is Indigenous Peoples Day, but at least it's a one day where we can really celebrate nationally and come together and a lot of people say, it's they kind of feel sorry for Indigenous people sometimes, and I always tell people we shouldn't feel sorry for who we are. We still got our songs, our dances. We still got these good things going on, Yeah, you're ringing off the hook.
Yeah, I am. Maybe he's watching, maybe he's not. I'll have to see how to call him back later on. But so we're gonna get started with get our social started, and when we first start our socials, we have socials can be mostly traditionally take place within the longhouse, and it's a gathering of our people to enjoy ourselves, to rejoice and socialize with each other. That's a general meaning of the social dance. So we try to we start off our social with Handong kay Kodeko Kanohanyo, or the Thanksgiving address. And so I'll be doing that in Cayuga language. And maybe you want to add something to that, Gary, to the just a little background on social dances for maybe someone who hasn't been to a social before. Maybe it's their first time coming to a social dance.
You want to talk about it, or is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I wanted to see if you wanted to talk a little bit about it, the history, or so just explaining it to somebody who's never been to a social before.
We sing and we dance. No, we when we come together, that is one of the things that we do, and we've been given these songs. They call them Earth songs, and I guess there's a lot of different stories in the different communities that you travel to, and some of the stories that I heard about our social dance songs is that when I was younger, I used to always ask a lot of questions. Why do we do this? Why do we do that? Why do we do this? And one of the elders in our community, one of the old timers there, shared with me that he says there comes a time where if we're following our ways the way we're supposed to be doing, it's a lot of work that we do into our way of life. And he was always persistent about calling it a way of life, because he says we follow our seasons by our planting, our ceremonies, everything that follows the seasons. And he says there's a lot of work that we do. There's a lot of things that we do in order to live our life and carry on those things. And he says that the Creator didn't intend for us to just be hard workers, and that they put things in there for us to be able to enjoy and have happy times as well. And those are the times that we need, that will pick and lift up our spirits again, and we're able to do those things. And it's just like our Kanohanyo, understanding those things. We're busy during the day, we're busy at night, we do all these things, and sometimes we forget that there's a sun that rises every day, and we need to take that time to appreciate that and give thanks for those things. Our stars, our moon, our plants, our animals, the berry plants, the winged creatures, the four-legged creatures, all those things we forget to do, acknowledge them, that they got a place in our world. And that's why we do those things. We got to be able to acknowledge those things, because we need them as much as like a part of our world, again, our way of life. We need those things. So that's kind of how it was shared with me, a little bit about stuff like that.
Yeah, and y'all for sharing that, Gary. That's it's along the same lines as when growing up. That's how I learned it too. It's, we have this Ganohanyo or Thanksgiving address. It's really acknowledging all the life form around us. We're a small part of it. And these things that grow amongst us and everything that surrounds us really were to be express gratitude because they play a very important part. They play a very important part in the ecosystem and our way of life. So again, before our social dances, we always have this kanohanyo, and again, it's giving thanks. I'll give a translation of the words once I'm completed the words in the Kayokono. I'll be speaking in Cayuga language. Da nanda niging go da has what town seals Kai Wine Pawada. Ne doga niga wanage ikwadi Kai Wine Duck. Nanda nioi hua. Nendi nage kadoga awado ngwani go ha so wa ne nishrade. Da tuki ni up nage ne kadoga sahoda nage ngwa dau hektak negi. And what don't God don't want to get car the guy nage. And negi nage and it was taki. Scott and boy ngwani go ha so. Ne on way sat a way go scan out one no Scott di nanga and boy ngwani go ha Scott and what no hanyo and it took at neo from ngwani go ha.
Yeah.
Ne on an and what true we don't know how once a day ne can yung grass the can drop na 18 what did you know qua took at home you way go nanga hot car when some way this so the whole that and you when your honk scan out you go don't honk once again and then what that one ye đó nè cái này cái ít way đàn nhớ ni được ta cái số hai nè nè coi coi ông hong cái hột đàn cái hoan có hành vật vậy nó nè ôn này cái để thì nó anh nhớ và nó họ muốn tới Scott đi vậy nó nè ui phục về cũng sẽ hột đàn nè ha nè thôi cái nè yo trong ngon nè có họ đó nè ôn này và chú vị coi phục cả xong quá hong hột đàn hôn đón nhớ touch nè cái snap sa ta hậu yên on he nè cái nè kiểu cái đó sao coi hôn he gặp quest nè qua hadi uno da cái Iti so iti non qua nega gai wine ko nega nos hati havis to got on nega have on de ni hanga konyok se ni shrade nyo kyo geto and de ka ga qua huska ge ta go was it wacha des it no hon qua ne ona ne danyo ha ne hoda gai wine ko da ne got on nega ona da wat tano san hon mo da do to ki hon sa koi hon ne so he ka ni da iti so iti no hon qua kyo ge hon ifo kwe go ne nega ne ona ne danyo ha ne hoda kai wine ko oji stono kono ko thona ga sangong ha da ge da yu ho kwe ko di ho yo hong ge hoda kai wine ko and wada wa no ni ona na ga de ti no hanyo oi ho ka song ko ho hoda ho no nyo ni to ga ni yo thong ongwa ni ko ha and ne ona na and wa tro wi ke nyang wada ge ha dong hya khyo no diong khia nya do ne scan no no thanyo ka ni ko ge ne kwe ko kai wine ko hodi da kwai song con hố hà nè hay sự vay ở đây sự đồ con nè nhà đây yo đồ cái oi phục về có hơi quay tên này họ này có họ ông xong quay đi xong xã hội đại này cái hay quay anh đó có hơn cho cái nè điểm của tao nè đó nè cái này cái nè what the way no nè ô nên này cái đấy thì nó hay nhỏ cái này của đó cái hạt đông hiệu khiêu nó con hố hà nè hay sự vay ở đây sự đồ con nè nhà đây yo nè tôi cái này yo from ông này có họ and ne ona na wa troi hong ha ge kong ha de han kong ha ge hana gri na so we edis so but san on yat na ga so ho sa to ne scan no I don't know tanyo ha de mi ge ha de son da ge ne aso tio ka hen ge ne ho de ni down stra and what the way no ni ona na ga de so no ha nyo kong ha de han ro so we edis so ne to ga ne yo thong ong wa ni go ha that's we he ti to ni o we ni na ga na ga kwe ni ke kwa di ha kai hwain dak ne o han do kai phote ko kano hanyo ona di na ga han wa do heyo thank you ho da na ga han go ya do hik tak to ki na yo wa ni go ha da ni to so I'd like to give a brief translation of the opening kano hanyo, or as we call it, the words before all others. And so we start off with us as people, and we greet each other. We put our minds together as one, and we give thanks that everybody's well, everybody's feeling good. And so we put our minds together as one and we give thanks. First one we give thanks is our Mother to Earth and all that she provides for us. All the grasses, the hanging fruit, the trees, the standing, all the standing forests, the animals, the birds, all the bodies of water, our sustenance, the foods, also the stirring winds. So we give thanks to all these that our Mother to Earth is on her resting on her back, I guess. So we acknowledge them all and we greet them and give thanks. The next one would be as we give thanks to everything on the earth, we make our way into the sky world, and we believe that our creators appointed certain ones in the sky to again assist this growing life on earth. The first one is we call Hadimuno Dagis, or the thundering voices, or our grandfather. We refer to them as our grandfathers. Their duty again is to bring fresh water here to earth, and to again assist in the growing of everything on this earth. The second is our elder brother, the sun, as we refer to him as, and he plays a very important role again with bringing the light of day and also warmth of the warming of the stirring winds to assist in the changing of the seasons. Next one is our grandmother, the moon, and she plays a very important part also. She, again, our lunar cycle that we follow as a calendar, and also she sees that our mothers, she has a very close kinship with our mothers, and sees that new life will be standing here on the earth. The coming faces will be standing here on earth, will be born. So we give thanks to our mother, our grandmother. We greet her. Then we go to the stars in the sky, and the stars have a very important role also. And it's unfortunate at this time, like, we don't have a full understanding or all of the knowledge on our stars in the sky. We do know the names of some of them in the different constellations, and they mark certain periods throughout the year, such as hunting or fishing. When it's time for our New Year's celebration, New Year's ceremonies of Thanksgiving. And so the stars, we refer to them again as our grandmothers. And so we give thanks to everything that's important in the sky world. The next one is four beings. And we call Hadon Hiak Kyono. The Yonkian Yadon, which means they hand guard us. They hand guard our minds. And they protect our minds, and to make sure that we stay on a good path, and that we do the things that we're supposed to be doing here on this earth. One of our original instructions, again, as Ongohomi people, is to be thankful, to give thanks for what's surrounding us. The next one again is what we call Sukanya Dayo. Again, he was a what do you call a prophet among Haudenosaunee people, and again through that what we call Daihuyo, that's where a lot of our traditional way of life has been sustained through that, and it revived it during a period of our time when our people were getting away from that way of life, and also helped our people adapt into a new life, or the new world, I guess. And so we give thanks for that. Also, lastly, the Creator. So He still shows us compassion as people here on this earth, and still provides everything for us as the people here on earth. And we give Him thanks that He still provides everything on this earth for us. And so that's that was just a short form of Anohonyo that I done, and that was in the Cayuga language. So then I also mentioned that now we've completed the Ganohanyo, and we'll get into what we were gathered here for today. And I know it's a virtual gathering, so it's not it's not the same as if we were gathering at the Longhouse or the gymnasium or one of the schools for a social. I hope we can get back to that very soon. So again, for tonight we have I've asked a few singers to come on and sing some songs, and some of the singers are leaders within the what we call the Singer Society. And so it was suggested again that maybe some of the singers could share a few songs of their Eskanye, Gaina Se, and also a social dance. It says we also realize that we haven't been able to gather for the sings for maybe the last 3 sings now that have passed that we haven't been able to gather. And those sings they generally take place on the holiday weekend. Holidays such as in the springtime, it's a Easter weekend, and in the fall time, it's American Thanksgiving weekend. And the reason why our elders had set those weekends aside for us to have what we call the sing today is because traditionally our people don't celebrate that holiday in the same manner as our brothers and sisters do. So we gather, and the main reason about gathering for singing when we go to the different communities is to raise money for our communities, for our people in times of need, whether it's people fall ill and are unable to work, or house fires, loss of their homes, their property, and it starts out way back, and it all reflects who we are as Haudenosaunee people. How we're supposed to be. We're really communal people. Do things as a community. And me and Gary talked about that a little bit. With the gardens and helping with that. And it started out with the men cutting wood and wood cutting bees that would take place, and that would just take place to help somebody out. Maybe there was an elder who needed firewood, and they would cut wood. Get the guys together to cut wood and provide them with heat. Providing that person with so that they're able to heat their home for the year. And so we don't do that so much anymore as a community. As singing societies also. There's not too many people left, wood stove, heating their homes with wood stoves. And so, we try to assist our community as best we can, when we raise funds at the various things and such. So we've asked, I've got in contact with some of our leaders of the various social, singing societies. So they're going to come on in a few minutes here and share some songs, share some social dance song, as well as some Eskanye Gainase songs, because I know it's important again, to share those songs. I think a lot of guys been holding out on those songs that they've composed. It's a long time, a year and a half to. They've had a long time to make new songs, and I know some of the guys are eager to share it on whether it's waiting for this thing to come around, or maybe they want to get that out now, and I know that they can share those songs on this platform. So I know we have some of the singers that we'll have tonight. We have Jake George, Donovan Thompson, Lodon Hunyest, Hagahondon Norton, Johnson Jimerson. So we'll tune into these guys. They'll be each selecting a time slot in our group chat here. I haven't been able to check it in a couple minutes, so I guess we'll see who's who's in the group chat right now, and we can, I guess, just go with a lottery. Who's that? Again, we don't want to try to make just like a social. When we have a social, it's not it's not set in stone. This is who's singing. This is we try not to have it set as a script. Like to just go with the flow, and that's kind of like how I want to see it go this evening. So I believe we have Lodun is in the chat, so we're gonna invite Lodun Hanyest. He's a singer, and him and Donovan there. Lodun is from the Oneida Nation. We have Donovan Thompson, Donovan 2K. So we asked them to come on and share some songs, and maybe you could talk a little bit about where they started singing, and where how long they've been singing, things like that. We don't want to try to make it like a just like as if we were talking. I know a lot of sometimes Lodun would come up here for socials, and we're sitting after a cakewalk one night. Me and him were sitting here at the kitchen table and drinking tea and picking at the cake that we had bought in the raffle. Pretty soon the whole cake was gone. Here it was like 4:00 in the morning. We're still sitting at the table just talking, just visiting. And I miss those times, being able to sit down and visit like that, with other singers and if any people in the community, from a Haudenosaunee community. So I'm going to turn it over to Lodun and Donovan, and we'll let them get started with a set of songs.
Can you hear us? We're good. I think they can hear us, eh? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So, hello everybody. My name is Donovan Thompson, and we're asked to talk about how long we've been singing and what got us into singing and all that. So just real quickly, I'll say I think I was around 14 years old. There was a sing that being up with us, and I was just real interested in music to begin with, like all kinds of music. And my dad was always singing around, and he had an old iPod with old Moxon Dance on it, and I was asking him what it was and all that. So he ended up taking me to socials, and then I started learning songs, and then eventually I started singing at Sings. So ever since then, I've been pretty invested in all that. Still to this day, I sing as much as I can. Now I'm out in Oneida, so I sing with my brother here, Lodun, my Oneida brother, and we try to sing as much as we can, try to jam as much as we can. And that's pretty much how I got into it. And we're gonna share one song of women's dance, and then we're gonna get into fish dance. So I'm gonna sing an old song that I like because I can't really remember any of the new ones that I made. So.
Hey,
understands.
Oh, awesome, Yahweh.
Damn, I thought you said we were going to start off slow. My food hasn't even digested.
Oh,
Slow down. You got to slow down there. I guess.
that was awesome, guys. Yahweh.
Oh,
So, yeah, we're going to be going back to. We'll be coming back to Lodun and Donovan, in a few minutes here. So, we have up on Hondo, Norton, and Ganawagi men to be coming live on China's feed there. Hey, Sego. Oniota Haje.
Scano.
Yeah, Scano. Good to see you guys. Hopefully everything's well in Ganawagi.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to have the sing up there, a couple, was that last spring?
Last spring, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we're able to get back up there for the next one. So we'll have to plan for that, and I'll have to let everybody know when the next thing's gonna be. So yeah, I'll just turn it over to you guys and let you guys sing a couple of Kanye songs and then go into a social dance set of your choice, whatever one you guys want to sing. So take it away.
All right, sounds good. Y'all. Sing social dance song too. I mean, that song too. Like what I said earlier. Did you want us to sing another social song too? Can you hear? I'm gonna sing a couple songs.
Tom, can you hear?
Well, we thought we were going all. They probably thought we were going all night. They took a break. Huh? All right, so we just sang some women's dance songs for you guys. I'll be going to Norton.
I'm there, John Riddle Montgomery. I'm Dean Darius Jacobs.
And, yeah, we're from Guatemala, and those are songs we have to share with you tonight. So, y'all for having us. And if that's all the time, just let us know, you know.
Hey, Scannell. Yeah, you guys want to sing another set of social dance songs? It's up to you guys. Again, try to allot some time for, sing some Scania songs, some social dance songs. So, yeah, go ahead with another set. I'll leave it up to you guys, whatever one you guys want to pick.
All right, cool.
Okay, awesome. Don't pick, guys. Now.
Oh, So that's our next social song we sang. And just wanted to say y'all for asking us to sing tonight. It was a pleasure. Y'all go up.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
There's Cam.
Hey.
Think he's over there eating cake with
Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds good. Had to move the operation indoors here about the rain outside, so that sounds good, guys. Now again for coming on, sharing some songs. Sounded real good. I look forward to being back at coming back out for the sing. Hopefully we can get that set up soon. Again, it all depends on I guess how soon we're able to gather again. So look forward to talking to you guys in a little bit here, and I wanted to say Nyawa again for coming out and going live on this virtual social here this evening. Nyawa.
All right,
So Cam, wanna kind of run the social again like we did last time? We know we got a lot of people tuning in. I was just checking out the Facebook page here a little bit earlier. We're up to 40 some viewers or something like that at the time. We want to have everybody acknowledge everybody who's out there. So give us a shout out. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We got some prizes too. So if you give us a shout out on Facebook, we're going to submit your name. And we're going to do a draw a little bit later on. Some prizes for the ones that are giving us shout outs. So let us know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah, so we got a little prize for everybody, and not for everybody, but for those who comment their name and where they're tuning in from, and send some positive messages out, put some positive messages out there, and hopefully we'll have the draw a little later on in the program here. So we're gonna go back live again to Lodunt. Him and Donovan are gonna share a short set of a social dance of their choice. So it looks like they're rushing around at the moment, but oh no, there they are.
Looks like they're going in there still. Must be raining in Oneida too.
Yeah. We're moving operations indoors too, so yeah, just bear with us. We're gonna get these guys set up, and they're gonna take another short set here of again a social dance of their choice. All right, so yeah, we'll be heading over soon to again. This is Lodunt Hanyas, Oneida Nation, Oneida, London, near London, Ontario, and then Donovan Thompson, and they're gonna share some a quick social dance song with us here, and we just heard live from the boys from Ganawagi Men Singers, and after Lodunt we'll have Jake George will be joining us. So stay tuned, everybody. Again, shout outs and put where you're watching from in the comments there, and we'll be doing a draw for a door prize a little later on in the program. So enjoy. We're gonna turn it over to Lodunt Hanyas. Ona guy.
Sego swagweg. Lodunt ni ang gets. Wag kwa honi wagita loda. Wag niota aga ni wagu konjot. Negative bigay ka, ne wahni slade, ne wagat sanuni, ne wagagwe ni, ne wagat lanoda, ne chini galanoda, se ne gay ka ne wasundade, ne agagwe ni, ne nais wada hunsadade, ne chini ne bigay ka, ne loina down, ne sumbat steliste, ne hunja gekka, ne gununya so. Negative bigay ka, ne hona, ne wadu ne agat lanoda, ne chini galanoda, ne bigay ka, ne chi nahte, ne bigay ka ne wahango, ne agagwe ni, ne naidwat lanoda, ne kunungwe ne ha ne galana zesu se ne china, negative bigay ka, ne oni scalana, ne chi nahte, ne wadu ne agat lanoda, ne chini kanunyoda, ne kunungwe ne ha ne ladina dunk, ne oni ne yate hodiadis, ne ladina dunk, ne Scania Gainus, Neoni, Jonatungizo, Neha, Neison, Vika, Nechi Nate, Ladina, Dunk, Dani Tonio Tagine, Guatnigo. So, hello everyone, my name is Lodunt Hanyas. We're coming live from Aurora, Illinois. I mean, from Oneida Town, Ontario. And we're, I guess, I'll sing one song. I think that's what they were talking about in the group chat we got going on with the singers here, that somebody brought that up, that they wanted the guys to sing some Scania songs or women's dance songs. So I'll try and sing a song as well. My bro Donnie, he sang a song, so I'll sing a song too. And then we got two sets of songs, I guess, social dance songs that we're going to get to. One of the songs that doesn't get the love I think that it deserves is Duck Dance. So I'm going to sing that after we do a women's dance song, and then I'll explain a little bit more too about the duck dance before we get into it. So Onagidibigay ka, nene umadu nene naidwat lanoda, ne jini galanoda, ne gunungwe ne ne ladina dunk, dane tonio tahage ne guani go. Pansi down, oh no, have you many? Hey, agua de vaina, gene, oh, nan, no, yo, anapia. Hey, ya, la, ni, na, we, oh, vaina, gene, oh, nan, Pansi down, oh no, have you many? Hey, agua de vaina, gene, oh, nan, no, yo, anapia. Hey, aina, obe, aina, obe, aina, obe, aina, obe, amya, aina, anamya, iya, ya, na, ni, na, we, home, aina, tene, una, pansi down, oh no, have you any? Hey, agua de vaina, gene, una, no, ayo, anamya, iya, aina, obe, aina, obe, aina, obe, aina, obe, amya, aina, anamya, iya, ay. So that's one of the songs. A while back, probably about 15 years ago or so. We were at the Nut Hut over at Art Johnson's place there, and we were listening to takes. Probably carbon drumsticks, working on rattles and stuff like that. And he was talking about some of the old time singers like Chief and Elijah Harris, Gordy Buck, and all those guys. And that's what he was telling me. He said, Gordy had a song about Muncie Town, and that's what the old guys, they used to call our community here, Muncie Town. And so he had this tape, and he played that song. He played that Muncie Town song. And then maybe a few years later, I was telling Cam about that song, and so he was, telling me what the words were. I guess they went over that song, and he was able to get the words out of that song. And we were thinking about singing it, one year at the Sing, but we never really got around to it. There was another song too, another old song that they used to sing, but it was just kind of similar to like an old Allegheny song. I think they had Yo Wagatunde, Wagatunde, Kwahu Dano Dano Ayo Naiko Mansi Down Ho No Kanabia. I think we sang it with Can-Am one year when the Sing was here at Oneida Town. I think we sang that song. I'm not sure what year it was, but might have been 2007 or something like that. We've had a few Sings here now since we built the new longhouse. Before that, we never really, participated too much in the Sings, or we didn't really host any. Myself and Freeman Elijah, we would put groups together, and we would travel sometimes and go to the Sings, but it was mostly Bob Brown. And, he'd get a crew of guys from out Oneida, Wisconsin, and they used to, be the main ones that would kind of, go around to the Sings and stuff like that back in the 90s. So that's kind of when I started getting into, singing and stuff like that. Was probably around 91 after Oka happened. And I really didn't want to have anything to do with what we call Osluni Geha, or I guess the outside society, Western society, I guess they call it, or the colonial system. Oka really was an eye-opener for me, to see, the way that a lot of people, outside of our communities, the way that they looked at us as Ungwahongwe people. And it just kind of got me to the point where, I didn't really want anything to do with those societies out there. And, my education and things like that, I was going to, some really good schools out there, in that Western education system. But after Oka, I just said, I don't want to be the best that I can be in that society out there. If I'm going to do anything, and try, to be the best person that I can be, I want to be the best Ungwahongwe person that I can be. And so that's when I started, learning about the ceremonies, going to Longhouse and things like that. Start going to socials, later on, probably when I was about 18 or 19 or something like that. I never used to go to socials when I was younger. I just went to ceremonies. And but it was, I got involved with my friend Ray John Sr. and his sons. They had a drum group. They called themselves Ganjokwan Hasta, or Circle of Nation Singers. And I started singing with them probably when I was about 17 or 18 or something like that. And then, we would have social dances at Okiwe as well. And that's kind of when I started singing social dances with the guys at Longhouse. And then eventually, we'd have midwinter or harvest or, whatever, and they would have social dances in the evening. And then they start, inviting me to go to those. So that's kind of how I got into, singing social dance songs. And then Art Gonha and Lyle Gonha, they would come down, to the old Longhouse, and we would have social dances after ceremonies, or they would come down for Gaihuio, and that's when I start getting to know different people from different communities. And then before too long, Cam and Eddie, they start coming down too. They would come down with Lyle, or they'd come down with different ones. And I started, meeting different guys from Six Nations up there, and then we start hanging out together, and we start singing together. So we've been doing this for a long time now. We've been doing this for probably 25 years or so, if not longer. Probably a little bit longer than that. 25 years, maybe almost 30 years. Because I'm 45 now. So that was a while ago. Now that I think about it. Doesn't feel that long. It only feels like maybe 10 or 15 years, but that's how fast time goes. And so you got to make the best of your time, the most of your time, that you have, to learn and to go to our ceremonies, go to Longhouse, go to social dances, and just be around other people, like-minded people, I guess, people that like doing the same things that you like to do. And so this next dance that that I wanted to do here tonight, I think me and Regis Cook, we were talking about this before, and we were saying that. We said, how come nobody never sings duck dance at the Sing? He said, just imagine how awesome that would be, like all the people that we have there. We got big crowds at the Sing, and sometimes when we're at home, we go to have duck dance or whatever, and there's hardly anybody that gets up to dance. There might be only just a few guys that get up, to make the bridges, and then just a few ladies that get up, to dance around, to be the ducks. But when we're at the Sing, there's all kinds of people there. So that's what me and Regis were talking about before. Is that'd be real awesome, to have duck dance at the Sing. Get everybody up dancing, or alligator dance. That's another one too that people don't dance too much when we have the Sings and things like that. It's usually just kind of the standard songs, the same old songs that we always see and we always hear at the Sings for the social. So when Cam, when he put the group together here for this evening, that was kind of one of the things of what come up, was that we would have the option to sing a few different songs, a couple different dances. So duck dance, the way that they dance that dance is like the men dance in pairs, and they partner up together, and they dance side by side like that, and then they dance counterclockwise, and then the women, they come around and then they face the men, so then they start dancing backwards, and then they dance counterclockwise, but they're facing the men, so they're dancing backwards in the circle. And then there's a part in there where the song changes, and then the guys will hold up their arms like that, and they'll make a bridge. And the one guy will put his hand on top of the other guy's fist. And then the women will run through there where they made that bridge. And then the song will change again, and then the guys will put their arm down, and then they try and trap, the women in between there. And so the purpose of that dance, they say, was, to try and get to know different people. because sometimes we go to a social dance and then, you know, there's all different kinds of people there, and you might not ever have the opportunity or the chance to talk to somebody. So that's what they would say, that it was a chance, you know, to meet, you know, different people that maybe you never, you know, had the opportunity or had the time to really get to know them. And then, you know, the song changes again, and then you put your arm again, and then they go through. And then you put your arm down again, and then there's somebody new there. You know, so there's somebody else now that you get a chance to chat with, you know, briefly. So that's, you know, really like, you know, part of what that song was all about. That song was about, you know, meeting new people, making new friends and things like that. And when I used to listen to Bob Brown when he would sing this song, there were words in there. There were words in the songs. And so I asked him one time. I said, you know, what are those words? You know, can you teach me what those words are in the song? He said, because I want to be able to sing it, and I want to know what I'm saying too, like, you know, when I'm singing the song. So he kind of, you know, chuckled about it a little bit, you know, and he said, well, he said, you know, they used to kind of sing that, you know, the older guys, and they would kind of, you know, have fun with it. Because again, it's, you know, like a social dance kind of thing, you know, again, where you're meeting people, and, you know, and one of the songs talks about in there where it has the changes, they say, Doni Zaino Hage, Haisa Yako Hage. And so what B. Brown, what he said, what that is talking about is, he said, like, for how old you are, you know, like, you should be married by now. You know, so just kind of teasing, you know, some of the guys, you know, like, you know, the bachelors, I guess, you know, that giving them some encouragement, you know, to start, you know, maybe, you know, thinking about starting a family, you know, things like that. Because a long time ago, you know, like, there was no social media, you know, there was no, you know, different ways of meeting people, you know, like how there is today. You know, when you wanted to meet people, or when you wanted to interact with people, you know, talk to people, then that's where a lot of that took place, was at social dances and things like that. And so, you know, they were just kind of poking fun, you know, a little bit, you know, with some of the guys. And then there was another song where they would say, and it's kind of a newer song, but it's in reference, you know, to the cars of what they used to have back in the 40s. And the song, it goes, Atste ganjo kwaya, ho nene sadida. And so what that song means, they said that what they called a ganjo kwaya was like this car that was bent over. Or they said that those old coupes, I guess, in the 40s, they said that's what it looked like. It was a body bent over. And that's what, you know, they called them. And then even the ones, I guess, that they had the rumble seat in the back, you know, that they could carry a crowd, I guess, you know. So that's what they call them, ganjo kwaya. So then they're saying, Atste ganjo kwaya. There's a car outside. Oh, nene sadida. You know, time to get in. It's time to get in. Go for a ride. So, you know, just, you know, different things like that, you know. Those are some of the words of what they had in this song. And, you know, there was a few other ones too, but those were a couple of the ones that B. Brown, that he shared with me. And so I'm going to try and sing a few of these duck dance songs now. And again, you know, like the guys were saying that earlier, you know, like, if people want to get up, if you got enough people in your house, you know, get up and dance. If you want to, you know, dance with your kids. You know, we explained a little bit how the dance goes. You know, the guys partner up like that. They make that bridge, you know, in between them, and then you know, the women can run through. And so then when the song changes, they get that drum roll, and then that's when you put your arms up. And then when it goes back to the regular beat again, then that's when they put their arms down. And they try and catch the ducks in there. So Hona ke devigai ka ne hona ne awadu ne agadlano da ne jini galano da ne dalonko ne ha ne ladina donc dani tonyota ge ne ngwani go. oh, yogana, yogana, oh, yeah, hey, 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 yeah, Oh, yogana, yogana, oh, yeah, yeah, hey, 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 yeah, Oh, you're gonna. No, just kidding, just kidding. Oh no. So that's duck dance. Again, it's a really fun dance to do. We've got a lot of a really big repertoire of social dance songs. As some Guahumwe people, and here I try and encourage our young guys, our young singers, to try and learn as many different songs as they can. Just beyond Gaiowa, beyond women's dance, beyond stick dance. There's a whole repertoire of songs that we have, and especially like from here, from Oneida, that we have our own sets, to a lot of these different social dance songs. And I remember I was talking to my bro Steve, before, Steve Henhot, and we were talking about that, you kind of knew, where people were from, by the sets of songs that they sang, because every longhouse kind of had their own sets of songs, but nowadays, we see that a lot, where, guys, maybe from here, they're singing songs from Allegheny, or guys from Six Nations, they're singing songs from, someplace else too, or whatever, but that's what they would say, back then, like I said, Steve and I were talking about that before, that, you really, kind of represented your community, your longhouse. When you'd go to, to Sings, or when you'd go to Gaihuio or Galihui or whatever, and they would ask you to sing something at the social, then that's what they're expecting to hear, is like, the set of songs that you guys have in your community, so like for us, being Oneidas, we wouldn't necessarily, go to another, to a sing or to, a social someplace else, you know, and go and sing somebody else's songs. You know, we would sing the songs from here. You know, so I've been trying to encourage, you know, some of our young guys here, you know, to try and, you know, keep that going, you know, not to lose our songs. We said there's nothing wrong with, you know, learning songs from other places and things like that, but our older guys always told us, you know, to learn the songs from your community first, and then you can, you know, start learning songs from other places. So I remember one of the first times that we went to Allegheny for Gully Hui, for Gai Huio, and they asked us to sing this next song that we're going to do, this triple beat, Gaiowa. Oh, and just one more thing about duck dance before we get into that. One of the other things that I remember, you know, the older people, what they would say about duck dance is that when they do it, they would encourage the young people not to run. You know, like when the guys would put their arms up like that to make the bridge, you know, and then the women would go through under the bridge there, and that's kind of what they started to see. You know, was that, you know, a lot of the younger ones, that's what they would do, is that they would run through there. And the older people would tell them, you know, not to run, you know, when you're doing that duck dance. They said because somebody might slip and fall and get hurt. And I remember, you know, some of them too, they would say that you know, that there shouldn't be anybody getting hurt or anything like that when social dances are going on, or there shouldn't be, you know, even outside the longhouse, like if people are, you know, I don't know, misbehaving or whatever, you know, like people shouldn't be getting hurt outside or anything like that. And I remember even they would say that, you know, like if that was to happen, you know, where, you know, blood was shed or anything like that, you know, that then they would say, like, whatever social dance was going on when that happened, then they would say that, you know, that we can't do that dance anymore. And so it was just kind of, you know, to help us to remember and to be mindful of how we're supposed to be, you know, not just at Longhouse, but, you know, like, you know, all the time, you know, every day in our life, you know, that we be good to each other, you know, that we're not hurtful to each other. And so that's what they would say, you know, like when we would do that duck dance, you know, they would tell the young people not to run, you know, because they didn't want anybody to get hurt. It's not that they didn't want anybody to have fun, you know, because a lot of the younger ones would have fun running through there, but, you know, they just didn't want to see anybody get hurt. So, but yeah, this next song, you know, that we're going to sing, this is Gaiowa, Oneida Gaiowa, or Triple Beat Gaiowa. I remember one of the first times that we went out to Allegheny, and I went out there with Foster Elijah Gaunt, and we went out there with Freeman, and Pat Dockstader, Degui Zayant, and Foster's son, Alan. And I can't remember if there was anybody else too. I think maybe Sohias came with us. You know, we were all traveling out there to Allegheny. And that one night they asked us to sing. They asked us to sing Gaiowa. And so, you know, Freeman was the one that I think he was the one that sang at that time. And I just remember, you know, sitting on the bench there, you know, and then we would come to the end of the song, and then it would have that, you know, at the end. And then, you know, we could tell, you know, that, you know, people hadn't really heard that before, you know, people weren't used to that. And they were just used to, you know, fish dance, you know, new fish dance, Gaiowaze, or, you know, the moccasin dance, you know, that's all they were used to. They weren't used to that 3 beats at the end. So at the end of every song, when we would come to that, you know, and Freeman would do that, you know, at the end, and everybody would turn around and look at us, you know, like we're from a different planet or something like that, you know. So, you know, after a while, you know, like people kind of, you know, they started, you know, really liking it, you know, and you know, whenever we would go any place or travel any place, then that's what they started, you know, to request us to sing, you know, like if we were at a social or whatever. And so it's kind of funny, you know, watching it over the years, watching things evolve, watching things change over the years, where, you know, people were kind of, you know, looking at us like, you know, that, you know, they knew that we weren't from around there, you know, the way that we were singing, you know, the way we were singing Gaiowa and stuff like that. But it was unique, you know, again, like I said, it was unique to our community. It was unique to our longhouse. Us in Oneida, Wisconsin, I guess, you know, like, because again, you know, B. Brown, you know, he taught the singers out there the songs from here when he went out there. So a lot of the songs that they sing out there as well in Oneida, Wisconsin are the songs from here. that B. Brown, what he took out there with him. And so that's what we're going to sing a few of these Gaiowa, these triple beat songs here tonight for you guys, and we hope you enjoy them. Hona gidibigay ka, hona nene ay duat lano da nene gini galano da nene Gaiowa nene ladina donc dane tunio tage ne yung bani ko.
Ayo Ayo,
Awesome. Yo, again, Lodan.
Yeah.
Showing the songs. So much knowledge there. Just sharing the stories. Going back to when you first started singing. And I know we had a lot of fun. Coming out to Oneida. Me and Honosa start coming out and come out and help sing, and it's just so much fun. We'd go over to Deanie Boys, record some songs over there and sit over there. Yeah. Those were the good old days. Like we had, again, I told that to, I let Freeman know, like we never got treated so good, when we got, came to Oneida, and Freeman and Martin Gaha, like they, treat us like family, made sure we fed us, come and picked us up, because we were so young, we couldn't drive out there, so they'd come pick us up, we'd come out and help sing, and I try to carry that on today, still try to carry that on today, and help out the younger guys, because I know how it made me feel. Like it made me, I really enjoyed that, having those guys come out, pick us up and things for socials, and for long hauls.
Yeah.
I want to say Nyawa again to Lodan and Donovan for joining us this evening and singing those songs. Man, I was just now catching my breath. I was out here dancing around in the kitchen. So.
Or whooping around the kitchen.
Yeah. No, minus the cake this time. Okay, so I want to say Nyawa again to you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Hopefully we'll be able to get together and have a social pretty quick here as soon as everything's safe to do so.
Nyawa.
Yeah.
Nyawa, Lodan.
All right, yeah, that was a lot of good songs he shared there, a lot of good knowledge, and that's the part that that we're missing from when we do have these virtual socials. There's a lot of knowledge sharing and things, even between songs. Maybe it'd be another group of young men up there singing, and you just sit off to the side and just talk and and connect with the. Say me and Lodan would be sitting off to the side, sharing stories like that, or after the social, just go to Tim Hortons, get a coffee, and come back here, and sit around and just talk, talk about everything, right from language to ceremonies or old stories that were shared with them. And I think that's one of the most important parts of socials.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I wanted to kind of share too is we're very attached to this virtual world right now. We got a lot of our young people really connecting to cell phones and FaceTime and Snapchat. Everybody got Snapchat. you know. So, and then that's kind of how we're connecting. But the part that we're missing, even in COVID times, it's tough. But even if we didn't have the COVID times, you could kind of see how we're really moving into the virtual mode. And I try and encourage a lot of the youth to get out there and talk to those elders and connect to them, because they're the ones that got a lot of these stories, and that's what we really need to be kind of getting back to. Is just like you're saying. I remember they used to down our reserve, same thing. We used to go sit around, listen to the old timers just talk, and sometimes we would plan a sing session, and then you don't even sing. Everybody's just talking, you know. And those are the things where you really pick up those stories. And I always share a story about the first time I learned how to make corn soup. And I was real young. I was all ambitious to get out there and make corn soup with those old timers there, and it's just all set to learn it and get it down. I was just young. I'd probably say I was probably about 12, 13 years old. And all they did was make me watch them make fire and stuff like that. But what I took from that is you learn how to, make that fire. You learn what kind of wood to make or what kind of wood to use. You learn all this other stuff that goes along with it, So now when I'm trying to show people how to make corn soup, a lot of people are saying, oh, let's just get to the corn soup, But I always tell them, you got to learn how to make fire. It's stuff that I learned from them too, and you just want to kind of keep passing that on. It's and that's what I want young people to start learning and seeing a little bit more, is to really connect to those stories. Those stories are really what make learning unique,
Yeah, I think a lot of our ways are like that, especially when I think of that, just watching. I know, learning how to hunt, the first thing that I think when young people, they think about, hunting, the first thing that comes to their mind is, I'm gonna knock down a deer. But there's all these other things that go, that you learn before that, and sometimes it's just being there, getting that experience, going into the bush, learning to be quiet, learning how to drag the deer, or watching, you might watch it a dozen times before you actually do it, cleaning the deer, field dressing it, and then, skinning it and then cutting it up, preserving it. And so there's a lot of steps that go into place before you actually go out and hunt yourself, and I think it's like that with a lot of things. And I think I tell my boys, we can't. It's not good to think, instant. They want to be a hunter, or they want to be a fisherman. They instantly want to be that, and they want everything to happen just in the blink of an eye. But it's a lifetime of learning. I'm not no professional myself, but I'm still learning, and I think I'll be learning for the rest of my life. Different things, and so it's all it's like that with everything. I think I remember going, cutting wood. Like when we go cut wood, like I never handled the chainsaw. When I was younger, it was always gather up the sticks, or moving the logs, or different smaller things, right? Smaller tasks that needed to be done. So I know a lot of things are like that. It's all a learning experience, and it's all passing that knowledge along to younger people. So I know we had a lot of people, with shout outs and everything like that, and we want to say nyawa to them again for tuning in. So we're just sharing some social dance songs. This is probably going to be one of our, I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be on this virtual platforms, doing socials, but we hope to be back in person soon. I know a lot of things are starting to open up here on in the Ontario side, and so hoping soon. I know there's been some talks, but nothing definite, and we want to make sure safety is the number one thing. We want to make sure that our people are being safe, and we don't want to put anybody at risk, because we all know our people's we have a greater risk than the general public, you know, to this COVID. So I'm not sure if you want to announce a little bit more about the door prize that's coming up there, Gary.
Just to give us a shout out, let us know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from, and I think we still got another singer. I think Johnson's still here with us.
Yeah, Johnson Jimerson. So he's going to be joining us here, and I want to talk a little bit about Johnson. I've had the pleasure of watching him grow up. You know, from he's just a young boy. Now he's all grown up. He's got his own family, and I always he comes from a long line of singers. His father and his uncles, you know, there are some of the singers and role models. Some of the singers that I looked up to, you know, growing up, going to sings, and I was always looking forward to hearing them sing. And so Johnson, he comes from, like I said, he's a long line of singers. His father and his uncles and his grandfather, really good singers, and they come from the Canada State, or the Newtown Longhouse. So I'm going to pass it over to Johnson and let him sing a few songs, and maybe you can talk a little bit about, you know, his younger days and learning to sing, and maybe share some words for the younger audience that's listening. Yeah, just we're just here sharing knowledge and singing some songs. So I'll turn it over to you, Johnson. Yawa for joining us.
Nyawa. Sego Cuego, Johnson Jimerson, Niyun Gets. Hello, everybody. My name is Johnson Jimerson. Coming to you live from Akwesasne up here in upstate New York. And I just want to say Nyawa to Cam and Gary for asking me to come on here tonight. I didn't get his message till about 7:30, and he sent it to me about 6, but I told him I'd still come on. But I'm originally from Newtown, the Newtown community, the band of the Senecas, and when I was younger, my father and my uncles, they always brought me under their wing, growing up in the Longhouse, and I remember walking up in the during the Midwinter Festival. I remember walking up. It was still dark out, maybe about like 5:30 in the morning. My dad was in charge of the ceremony, and I remember I got up with him, and we walked up, and you know, the roads were covered with snow, and we were going up to get ready for the ceremony and stuff like that. So, you know, I remember that like it was yesterday, and you know, I really cherished those moments. You know, growing up, you know, we sang a lot. We sang a lot in the house. And then eventually, you know, I just kind of start going on my own, and I really start getting into like learning different songs, and I really got into like our ceremonial songs. And then, you know, at a very young age, you know, I like really enjoyed singing, and I just kind of wanted to pick up as much as I can, you know, at a young age, and I'm still learning, but that's you know, it's always gonna be a lifelong thing for me. And so, you know, I'm always willing to teach the younger ones, you know, the younger ones who want to learn how to do this, and you know, want to learn how to sing and stuff. You know, I remember being just little, and I would sit down with the older guys, you know, and we would sing these songs in front of them, and they would kind of critique us in a way and say, you know, you should sing it like this and sing it like that, you know. So that's kind of how we learned how to like sing the songs the way that they were made, and the way that they've always been, I guess. So I'm always willing to sit down with like some of the younger ones, and you know, like, let's go over this stuff, and you know, let's try to learn, and you know, continue our ways, I guess. So I guess that's kind of like how I kind of got started. You know, I've always been really passionate about who we are and our ways, our songs. and just trying to carry on as best I can and pass it on to the next generation. So I guess what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna sing Eskanya set that one of my favorites. Long time ago, the old guys they would sing their set, start to sing, and when Can-Am kind of formed, they would every once in a while they would pick an old set from like one of the previous things from like the old timers, and they would sing that set. And the sing is like kind of like a filler representation to honor these guys that came before us and that set that platform for us. But this one in particular, I think it was 04 or Night of London they sang this set, but it's Randy Henry and Kyle Dowdy Sr. They got together and they made this set, and it's been one of my favorites ever since I first heard it. I first heard it up there, and then I got the original recording of them singing it, and both were very, very phenomenal. And actually, back in 04, I was just a little guy, but I was supposed to sing with Can-Am, and I was kind of hanging around with my cousin Solon, and he was like, yeah, come sing with us, and like maybe you can lead a song and whatever. And so, but I ended up missing the set because I was just young. I'm pretty sure I was taking a nap or something, but I ended up missing the set itself, but I got to hear it later, and so that's the one I'm gonna sing. And I thought it was really cool that the Can-Am group, they would honor these old singers like that, and like singing these old songs. And so I guess well, without further ado, that's Kanye gonna say it. Oh, So that set there was one of probably one of my favorites growing up. I think geez, I think I might have been like 12 or 13 when I first heard that set, and I was just like, oh, the man, like they're giving her, you know, and it was like everything was just crisp, and you know, as soon as I got it, you know, I was like, I gotta learn these songs. These songs are awesome, and then here come to find out that those were the ones that they sang up in Oneida back in 2004, and I was just, I really, you know, like some kind of way missed it because that was, it was, you know, but again, you know, I was just, you know, kind of coming up, and I was just kind of like growing into my voice, I guess. That time where you kind of switch over and your voice gets deeper, you know, that was kind of in that time. And I used to sing really high, and then I switched over to kind of singing lower, so I had to kind of refine my voice. So, but,
When your voice was squeaky,
yeah,
eh?
it was really awesome. You know? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Squeaky voice, eh?
The old. So say, somebody help him when I was a young boy. So. The good old phrase.
Yeah, that's a good set though. I like that set though. There's a lot of good sets out there.
It was a really good one.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to say Yahweh for coming out. Good to see you, Johnson. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, good to hear you, Johnson. Good to see you. Hopefully, be able to get together soon and sing together at a social somewhere.
He's there on you.
Okay.
But yeah, I just want to say now for letting me. It's always good to share a song.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Especially these old ones. You know, can't really beat the old song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, for letting me come on, and I really appreciate it. It's really cool. So it's really something here tonight. I appreciate it. You know?
Alrighty. Well, good to hear you, Johnson. We'll see you soon again, y'all, for sharing some songs, sharing your couple of stories there, and we'll see you guys soon. Ona.
What's the score, Cam?
4-0. 4-0.
Eh?
So
we're gonna go to Cam, and Cam's gonna share a set. And just so everybody knows to get those shout outs, we're gonna be doing the draw right after this. So go ahead, I'll let you go right into it, and I think you're set.
All right, yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Got some invited some of the younger guys over. They're gonna share some songs. So, Ona guys, on it, Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, Hey!
Hi.
Awesome. Yahweh.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good set. Good set. And everybody
All
tapping their toes and jamming right out there.
Yeah. Good one. So you have a draw to make?
We got a draw to make. Yep.
All right.
This is the first draw right there. I don't know if you can see that painting in there. Roman. All right, there's Roman here. He's going to take us through the draw for this one here. We can't hear you, Roman.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Awesome. All right. So, all the comments, all the mentions in both the YouTube and the Facebook are on this wheel. And I will shuffle this wheel a few times. And I will spin. There you go. Rebel Cario.
That's the winner of this one here. And then we got a $50 Walmart card. The next draw. To Walmart. Everybody's favorite store.
Can I just take that home?
Shuffle her up.
All right. Sean Fisher.
Fisher. All right, you won the $50 Walmart card there. All right, we're going to go back to Cam here and wrap this up, I think. See where he's at. And
All right. Well, I think that just about does it for our social this evening. Again, I wanted to say nyawa to all the singers who joined the live feed there and shared the songs and some of their stories. Just encouraging the younger ones who are watching. A good place to start with singing is usually at the socials, coming out to the social dances, and whenever there's a social, just come on up and don't be shy. Come on up and grab a rattle, or join in the dance. It's the first place where you start. So again, wanted to say nyawa to the Fort Erie Friendship Center again for inviting me to help with this social this evening, and hopefully we can get back very soon to being in person, coming out to the socials out there. I know it's always a good time to come out there and bring some of the younger guys here that we're singing this evening to the socials out there. So I'll do a short closing address, and then we'll be closing up for this evening's session here. So I'll be doing the closing address again in Pugo language. Dananda, Ningwadagi, and Tiswatahong Seals, Kai Wanko Savado, and they nega henchid wife of Canto, some way at this song, na some wawi, Ganohanyo. And then on way sat a wego, a song scan out one of Tanyo, make it nega and way hake, Iha Scott and Jidwaya and Guanicoha. Scott and Jidwadat no Hanyo and took any out of Guanicoha. and da ne ona na and wa tro it ono ha one day ne ga diom west da ga drop wa na tin what di no hong kwa to ga hoi we go na ga hot ka wa so we adi so sa ho da na ga ya go ya ndak ska no ya gon ton hong on che diom go da wani da ne gi na ga so tan yo ni dok ta ge skoi we hong ge ho da ga went ko and what the way no ni ona na ga no say tin hong yo ono ha on day Scott and it no ni we ho we go ho da ni ha to ga ni o thong wa ni go ha
Yeah.
da ne in nga and what trovi hui focus on wa ho dai hon no touch ne ge snaps na ho yen on he dan yo wit nok ta ge ne ha ne nga kodi hui o hong ge ne kodi hui o hong ge ho da nga ni so goi point kwa ni da ne gi nga don't say it here de way no ni don't say it in honyo ne hui focus on wa ho dai hon no ne to ga ni o thong on wa ni go ha
Yeah.
da ne in nga han jit what trovi kin go da ge ha de ya chon on diom kien you don't ne scan on no to nyo pani pa ge ne ko ko point ko ho di da ko so ton ho ha ne ha su lo ya dai su da bon ne skun dai o ko ko ai wai to ne ha ni go ho dan so go ya di so hona di nga han do way no ni ne nga te no hanyo to ga ne o to on wa ni go ha
Yeah.
da ne ona na and jit what trovi ho ha ge kon ha de han drop so go ya di so what's no nya nga ha so ho sa on ne scan on no to nyo pa de ni ge ha de son da ge ne so ti ko han ge ko de ni down shot hona di nga also said the way when no ni dan ga also said no hanyo on ha de han drop so go ya di so to ga ne o to on wa ni go ha
Oh.
ta thon yo na ga na ga ko ni ik wa di ha ga ya ga ta han da ni oi wa ti ho do ga tong ga no hanyo ta ga thon na ga de hui was so go ya di so sa ho da wa ga da ti ho do ga to so wa ni sho de to gi na na go na ga he ik wa di kai point ko down it to
Yeah.
so with that I want to say again Nyawa to the Friendship Center for inviting us out to share some songs and again we look forward to whether it's coming back on this virtual platform again or it being in person and sharing some songs with you all. Look forward to that. So again, Gary and the rest of the crew here, I want to say Nyawa. And to Riley and Roman, awesome job on the tech side of everything. It's a pretty good platform, and I think everybody enjoyed the songs this evening. So say Nyawa.
Yeah, we wanna say thank you to Yahweh for getting all the singers together and sharing all these good stories. We had a good day today. Right from the get go, we had Tom Porter and we had Shawnee Teach and we had a couple dance presentations today and wrapping it up with the social and just again hearing all these good teachings and all these good stories. So it's all in all, it's a good day. Every day is a good day to be Indigenous. So we want to thank you for taking part in that and keep being Indigenous.
Yeah, awesome, Nyawa.
All right, Yahweh, we want to thank everybody for tuning in for this year's National Indigenous Peoples Day. So Yahweh, thank you, Riley, thank you, Roman, Cam, and all our staff who put this on today. So Yahweh, thank you.
All right, Ona.
Ona.
I wanna.